And so what my week looked like at that time was I would work 5:30 to, I'd get up 5:30 to 7:30, do social media stuff. And then I would get ready to go, work from 8:30 to 5:30 selling radio. And then like Wednesdays, I would go play a local show in Kansas City from usually like 8 to 10, kind of an early night. And then on Friday, I was playing every Friday in Columbia, Missouri. And this is where Fridays were tough because I would get up at 5:30 to do my social media stuff, go sell from 8:30 to 4:30 or 5. Then I would drive to Columbia, which was a 2-hour drive. And the type of music show I did a live looping show, kind of like Ed Sheeran. So I had all this crap that I set up. It took me 2 hours to set up. I would do a 4-hour show and then 2 hours to break down. So by the time I got home on Saturday morning, it was between 4 and 5 in the morning. So I was doing like 24 hours on Friday nights. And I say that to say, I share that story because it opened the opportunity for me to do what I'm doing today. Because by November, I guess it was October of 2017, I had given my notice. I think November 1st, I actually quit working at the radio station. And I'd picked up a 5th client on my social media stuff. And I knew at that point, I'd just been kind of trying to bank as much cash as I could. And I knew that I had a number I had to get to on the social media side of things, where that combined with the music thing, I could continue playing music for as long as I needed to get my monthly, cash flow to where it needed to be. And so I remember it was the middle of October when I was able to give my notice and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to quit. And I had five clients that I was doing social media marketing for. And it was one of the best things that I ever did. And this was in October 2017. So we're coming up, just almost exactly 6 years ago. And the irony was I have not done, I've posted 15 times on my own social media accounts since then. But since then I have grown this business into something that I quite frankly only dreamed it would be. I do a ton of video marketing. I do a ton of, I build websites for clients and all this stuff. The problem was, and the reason that I didn't create content for myself, and I am just starting this podcast now, is because I did not have a definitive thing that I was doing, right? Like the way I would phrase it is I felt like I was just like a general handyman, but I was doing plumbing and HVAC and electrical work. Now, of course, this is an analogy, right? But I was doing a little bit of everything for my clients. It started out just doing managing Instagram accounts. And that was, again, you could get a lot of mileage doing organic Instagram content creation in 2017. And we were building followings for all my clients and things were going great. But then I had a client that was like, hey, I need some video work done. Can you do that? And of course, like I mentioned before, I had my old school, I had shot on a flip cam. I had done some of those things. I'd studied video production in college, but I had not updated my gear or anything. So I went out and I texted my buddy in Nashville who did all of our, this guy's had photos and posted in Rolling Stone, but he was doing video work for Sam Hunt and Lee Bryce and all these guys. And I texted Chase and I said, hey man, I got like $1,500. What's a good camera to buy? He texted me back immediately, Sony a6300. So I went out, bought a Sony a6300, and I told my client, I was like, here's the deal. I'm going to do this video work for you for free because I need to get back up to speed. I need to get up to speed with the good gear and I need to figure this out. And they were thrilled, of course, because they knew that I was going to, I said, this is going to work for you because you're going to get a free video that you like. And it's going to work for me because it's going to allow me to get reacclimated with this process. And so that was how it started. And I love the fact that every service that I offer now, I started out offering for one client for free.